Today we're taking a closer look at the Pagani Design PD1775, a vintage-inspired chronograph that blends retro charm with everyday versatility. This is a watch that takes its cues from mid-20th century racing chronographs, but keeps things fresh with modern build quality and incredible value. You've got those fluid lines, cushion-style curves, sunburst finishes, and of course the classic panda dial layout, wrapped up in a case that feels tailored for everyday wear. And get this, it costs just $70. For that price, the PD1775 punches far above its price paid. By the way, the link is in the description, so do check it out if you're after a sharp price. And now let's dive deeper and talk about the PD1775 in detail. In terms of dimensions, we're looking at a case diameter of 37.5 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 46 millimeters, thickness of 12.6 millimeters, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. Total weight comes in at around 130 grams. These are excellent all-rounder specs, definitely unisex, and very wearable on wrists both large and small. On my 6.5-inch wrist, it fits like a glove. The case has a beautifully fluid profile, especially from the side. The flanks are polished and slightly convex, adding a softness to the silhouette. The lugs aggressively slope downward, helping the watch sit low and snug against the wrist. Transitions from the polished flanks to the brushed lug hoods are done via smooth 45-degree bevels, giving the case real shape and flow. The fixed bezel surrounding the crystal is also polished, enhancing the watch's dressier vibe. And because of the multiple polished and brushed surfaces, you get some really lovely light play that gives the watch far more presence than its price tag would suggest. On the right side, we have a signed screw-down crown, flanked by retro-style chronograph pushers, classic layout, simple operation, and well-sized for the case. Now the bracelet, there's a lot to like and a few things to note. First off, it's a 5-link design with inverted end links, which help maintain that modest 46mm lug-to-lug. The end links integrate beautifully with the case thanks to the matching brushed finish on the outer links and lug hoods. The bracelet is held together with screw pins, which is a huge plus at this price point. You usually see push pins in watches that cost more than this, so hats off to Pagani for including them. It's brushed throughout, but not overly coarse. The finishing looks and feels more premium than you'd expect. The link tolerances, however, are what you'd call mid-tier. There are visible gaps between some of the links, which affects rigidity slightly, but what you gain is excellent link articulation and fluidity. It wraps around the wrist with ease and feels comfortable for all-day wear. The clasp is signed and features a milled wing. Again, very solid for a $70 watch. It's secure, low profile, and doesn't feel cheap in use. The only downside is the lack of half links or fine adjustment, which might make sizing a bit tricky for some wrists. Up top, you've got a slightly domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, adding a soft curvature and enhancing legibility. It gives the dial a nice vintage distortion at certain angles, without compromising clarity. The dial itself is where the PD1775 truly shines. You've got a pale blue sunburst backdrop paired with silver panda-style subdials that pop under the light. The menu track is printed on a raised white ring around the edge with fine second markers set just inside, creating excellent legibility and depth. Applied hour markers are polished and slim, blending beautifully with the reflective hands and case finishing. And at 6 o'clock, there's a larger than average date window, a welcome addition that not only adds functionality, but also keeps the symmetry intact. It's rare to find such a nicely placed date complication at this price level. Lume is present but minimal. It won't blow your mind in brightness or longevity, but honestly, you're not buying this watch for its lume. Inside, the watch is powered by the Seiko VK63 Mechaquartz movement. That means quartz accuracy, with a mechanical chronograph feel, complete with a smooth sweeping seconds hand and an instant snapback reset. It's a movement that brings a premium feel to a very affordable watch, and it's one of the big reasons the PD1775 feels so satisfying to use. For $70, it's hard to think of anything else that delivers this much vintage charm, daily wearability, and build quality in one neat package. This timepiece is compact, stylish, reliable, and just a bit luxurious, without trying too hard. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. It just works. And that makes it an easy recommendation. Check the link in the description if you want to grab one for yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.